Hi guys, don't mind my Sunday look, but I have been trying to figure out how to give you work this week, what exactly to do. So here's what I'm going to do. You have, if you're in ASL 1 or 2, it doesn't matter, sometime, not this coming week, but the week after, we are going to have a test of some sort. I'm not exactly sure how I'm doing it, but just know, be prepared with all of the vocab that we've learned thus far. So I'm giving you this week to kind of practice that. You can go back through and use those Quizlets. You can look at the videos. You can practice whatever you need in the labs and all of that. Also, I still am getting a ton of questions and not having a lot of work turned in. So I am going to go through all the things that you need to know to be successful in my ASL class right now. And I feel like a broken record because I feel like I've said this already. But again, I'm getting a lot of questions. And so I'm doing an ed puzzle so that I know that you guys are watching it and that you have to answer questions and that I can give you a grade for completing it. So here we go. First off, just so you know, all of the stuff that I'm using is from period 3 ASL 1. So don't turn this off if you're like, well, that's not my period, or I'm an ASL 2. The stuff that I'm talking about is pretty general and it's the same for everybody. So I'm just using one class as an example so that I can go through it easily. Okay. So here are a few things that you need to know. Number one, if you're in second, third, or fourth period, every Monday at 7:45 a.m., your work for the week will be dropped in Google Classroom. If you are in my ninth, eighth, or seventh period, then every Tuesday at 7:45 in the morning, your work will be dropped for the week in Google Classroom. Where do you find that? Well, here it is. If you go to your Google Classroom and you go into classwork, you will see a week. And I'm going to use this past week as an example. So November 2nd through the 6th was last week. At 7:45 on November 2nd, these work slides were dropped. And so, and on Tuesday, then period 9, 8, and 7 saw them at 7:45. Same thing, same look. So you go in here and you open it, and this then is your whole week worth of work. Read all the things, press all the buttons. They're all links. I put them in there. I did it on purpose, so make sure that you read it. So every single week, I'm going to keep this page the same. You'll see a little note here from me. And then this is your reminder that ASL Lab starts, well, it started this week, and that every week, this is where you can go for the ASL Lab stuff. I will come back to ASL Lab in a moment. I'm also keeping our YouTube playlist here. I'm also keeping Flipgrid here and Quizlet. So all of that stuff will always be there so that you have that link. And so just know that it's always on the first page for everybody. Then if you go in, I'm going to escape up here. So I'm not going to go into the live, but you can hit the present mode and then all of these links will work. But I'm just going to scroll through here. So your intro work. So on Monday or Tuesday, whatever your first day is, this is the day that you would do that work. Okay. And then you will look in activity 1. It'll give you your information and YouTube link or something, whatever. It'll give you the directions as you go on. Then you go into activity 2. It'll tell you what to do. All of this is the work. Notice this is a Quizlet. Do you have to turn that in? No, I just go and check on Quizlet. Okay. While I'm on here, again, I talked about this in class and I also did a video of it. But if you are in, say, the gold group, and you are, I don't see you on Monday or Tuesday, I will see you on your Thursday or Friday, whatever the gold time that I see you on, you're still in my class. So my second period, maroon kids are in my class on Monday. The other half of you guys are in my class on Thursday, and I have to keep attendance for you. And the way that I do that is in either activity 2 or 3, usually, might be activity 1, but mostly it'll be in activity 2 or 3. There will be something like this Quizlet Live or like this Quizlet game that I can go in and check and see if you've been playing with Quizlet. If you have been playing with Quizlet before the end of that 3 o'clock day, then you will get marked here. If on the opposite day you're not doing anything in here, then you won't get marked attendance. Again, there is a link for that. So if you want a little bit more detail, if you go into the stream, here it is, how not to get marked absent during hybrid days when you are not on campus. Watch that and you'll learn all the things that you need to know. Okay. So this is your work. And if you get in the habit of your first day, either Monday or Tuesday, whenever that day is dropped, that this intro work is the day that you do that work and you go through all of those activities and you're done, then you're done with my day on that intro day. Then you don't have to open these slides again until Wednesday, which is midweek work. And then there will be an activity here. I'm going to tell you every Wednesday, I am going to have ASL.MS and I'm going to have some sort of culture assignment that is in every Wednesday. Okay. So that's your midweek. And then you don't have to look at this again until your final day. So again, depending on when the work is dropped, if it's Monday through Thursday or Tuesday through Friday, your last day is your wrap up day. And then again, go through there. Again, this is how I'm giving you credit for being in class, even though I don't see you. There's activity 2 or 3 in here. Again, notice this one is an Ed puzzle. Activity 2 is an Ed puzzle. So you click on Ed puzzle, you do the Ed puzzle, it automatically gets turned in. I see it. All is good. There's nothing to turn in. But go back to this midweek work. And notice this one says, write a Google Doc or a voice reflection and turn it in to Google Classroom. So there may be a slide, whether it be on intro, midweek, or wrap up, that gives you the directions to turn it in, and it'll tell you the title, Midweek Work Activity 3. Well, if you go into Google Classroom, go into your classwork, you will go into the week that it was, and here it says Midweek Activity 3. What do you know? Midweek Work Activity 3. There it is. Same. This assignment right here, this Google Doc or voice memo, should have been turned in right here. Sweet. Got it? Sweet. Okay. So the next thing that I want to talk about is ASL Lab. And I am not going to tell you tons about it, but I will tell you that if you'd like to know some information about ASL Lab, you can go and find the lab requirement info right here. Just know that every week you have to do lab work, and your reminder for that is on the very first slide right here. Before you show up to ASL Lab, again, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I'll send you back to this lab requirement info. But before you show up to ASL Lab, I want you to open this ASL Lab Pure Contact, which has everyone's contact information on it. And I want you to pick 4 people out and contact them however they like to be contacted and ask if they would like to join you on an ASL, your ASL Lab time. Okay, try to do that before you show up to my class or my Zoom so that you already have a partner. If for some reason you contact all 4 people and they cannot show up at the same time that you do, then show up and I'll try and put you with a group or I'll work with you. But I want you to try to do your part as well. And everyone, all of my classes, ASL 1 and 2, all have to do it. And you can show up with anybody. Those lab links are in this ASL lab requirement on the 3rd slide. So again, if you don't know what this means, all the information is right there on the stream in the lab requirements info. Okay, sweet. So there's that. The next thing that I wanted to make sure that you know is that the best way to reach me is Hangout or Remind. That is the quickest way for me to respond. If you email me, that is awesome, but I can only guarantee that I will email you within 24 hours. Sometimes it's sooner, other times it's not. If you comment on anything in Google Classroom like this, these little comments, I will not answer them. I'm not going to answer them anymore. So if you know that you're like, I don't know if I'm doing this right, I'm going to comment on the Google Classroom thing and then send a message, I'm going to tell you I'm going to ignore it. So if you need to get a hold of me, Hangout or Remind, and I will almost get back to you instantly. If you are late turning anything in, that means all of that work slide, the 2nd through the 6th, if you turned it in later than Friday, there's a good chance I might not have seen it. Okay? Or say that you happen to do some work from October 26th and you turned it in on Sunday. I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't grade it. So you need to send me an email and say, hey, my name is Joe Smith. I'm in your period 3 class. And the name of the assignment is, type out the name, and then tell me that you did it. I will go find it and grade it and put it in Skyward. Okay? Make sure you include your name, first and last, your period number, and the name of the assignment as it appears in Skyward so that I know where to find it. Okay? Also, let's go back to the first screen right here and look at Flipgrid. So if you go into this Flipgrid, or if there's an assignment in Flipgrid, this will bring you to the link. Notice this one, it says WH questions. That means that that's the last post that I posted. But if you, and this is for anyone, click on here, you can find the name of the Flipgrid that you need to go to. So for example, say that you clicked on a link and you were coming to do numbers 1 through 20, because that's an assignment that's in here, and you do it down here, that's not the numbers 1 through 20. So I need you to find the correct assignment by clicking this arrow right here and scrolling down. Oh, numbers 1 through 20, there it is. Click that. And then that'll bring you to record your response there. Then you would record your numbers 1 through 20 there. Okay, so it's up to you to double check you're in the right period number and in the right assignment name. All right. And those assignment names, I don't know if there's any Flipgrids that are on here, but the assignment names will always be in your Google or in your slides here. All right. So I think that is all of the information. Guys, please pay attention to what I post. I see you this much live in person if you're coming in person. And so it is up to you to see these stream posts that I'm posting. I'm not making these videos for fun. I'm making these because you need to know this information. So make sure that you're looking at them. Your work is always right here. Okay, so make sure that you're doing that. Also, these tallies, this will be returned to everybody and a new assignment will be done. Okay, I know that I'm getting some information about that you're not really sure how to do the screenshot in the Flipgrid or in the link. So that is right here. Oops, sorry. So if you click right here, how to add a screenshot, make sure that you follow those directions. It should work. Some people are saying that they can't, that like it your Google Chrome like lost your screenshot. It might be beneficial for you to name your screenshot and then you can search for it that way. So hopefully I'll be able to help you live in class and see, because I don't have my Chromebook. I have it on a different computer, so it's a little bit different. But try to go through that and see if it works. Okay. I think that is all, and have a good week. Make sure that you are practicing. There is also work on the midweek work. It's just the ASL.ms. I know that we don't technically have school, but I'm giving you a little bit of work this week, so you should be able to do all of it. I'm just keeping it on that same schedule. So I will see you all in class that I see, and I'll see the rest of you in Zoom. All right? In the lab, Zoom labs. They're different now than the classes. All right. See y'all later. Bye.